how to perform the sword banishing ritual. In this video, I will explain to you how to perform this ritual. I will guide you through the whole process, and I will be using the instructions provided in the book Magical Protection by Damon Brand, which I will link in the description box below for you. I invite you to click on the link and check it out. This book is very helpful. The rituals are easy to perform and they do work. They worked for me. So check it out and you will be helping yourself, protecting yourself from curses, gossip and bullies. And also you will be helping me because I take a small percentage being an associate, an Amazon associate. So do check it out. If you feel that this book is going to help you, buy this book on Amazon only using the link provided in the description box. Having said that, before getting into the sword banishing ritual, a short introduction for you to understand what exactly happens when you banish. So a banishing ritual has several purposes, but essentially is a ritual for protection, to protect yourself, to say go away to anything that is attacking you, anything that is harming you, negative energies, demons, sex demons, to use against curses or psychic attacks. And if you have been cursed or attacked physically, this ritual can limit the effects of the attack. So you can start using this ritual straight away. However, you will also need another ritual to stop the attack, to stop the curse completely. Before you can perform the sword banishing, which calls on the powers of the angels Yoak, Kalak, Nazariel and Oziel, you need to perform first an activation. This activation sets this ritual up for you, and we will be using 7 divine names, making a total of 11 names. So 11 names that you need to pronounce before performing the actual sword banishing ritual. Okay, so first step is the activation with the 11 names, and then we have the final step, which is the sword banishing ritual, calling on the powers of the other angels, the angels Yoak, Kalak, Nazariel and Oziel. Okay, so I will put on the screen for you a photo of the 11 names that you need to pronounce. They are in Hebrew, however, there is an English pronunciation below each Hebrew name. Please don't worry if you cannot pronounce them exactly as you should, okay? Because the most important thing is the intention that you have. So if you really want to be protected, if you put really a lot of power in your affirmation when you are speaking the names of these entities, then the activation is going to work. So do not worry if you make mistakes in the pronunciation. Obviously, try your best, okay? So I will put now on the screen these 11 names for you, and I will be pronouncing them in English. What you need to do in this activation is to scan, okay, to scan each Hebrew word from the right to the left, okay? Please make sure that you are obviously in a quiet place where you are not disturbed, and you can actually speak these names aloud, okay, without being disturbed, okay? So scan first the Hebrew words from the right, okay, from right to left. This is the opposite direction to the way you normally read English. You don't have to read the words, you just have to scan, okay, scan the words, okay, scan the Hebrew words from right to left, and then read aloud, okay, read the English word that is below each Hebrew word at least 3 times, okay? And then you move down the list and scan visually the next word, okay? You scan the Hebrew word and then you speak the name in English at least 3 times, okay? Once you have done this, you can perform the sword banishing ritual. Now, I will pronounce the 11 names for you, and I hope that this helps. And I will do this 3 times. Yoak, Yoak, Yoak. Kalak, Kalak, Kalak. Avgitats, Avgitats, Avgitats. Karastan, Karastan, Karastan. Nagdikesh, Nagdikesh, Nagdikesh. Batratstag, Batratstag, Batratstag. Chachvetna, Chachvetna, Chachvetna. Jaglefzok, Jaglefzok, Jaglefzok. Shakatsit, Shakatsit, Shakatsit. Nazariel, Nazariel, Nazariel. Oziel, Oziel, Oziel. Once you have done this, the activation is completed, okay? So there is no need to close this ritual, just relax. And the next step is to do the sword banishing ritual. And you can perform this out loud. Also, you can perform this silently in public, according to the book, according to Damon Brand. However, I rather perform this out loud, at least the first time, and it's just more powerful to me to pronounce things out loud if you can. And also I think that if you are just using the power of your mind, it can be more difficult if you are just starting out to focus on those names and visualize them in your mind. So yeah, just see what works for you. You know, the most important thing is that you are in a private space and you are not disturbed. As long as you can say the words or imagine them clearly in your mind. Now, this ritual, it requires your focus and also to use your imagination. You will have to visualize some images. It doesn't matter how you visualize this, okay? Everyone has a different imagination, so you may imagine something different from what I imagine in my mind, okay? The most important thing is really the intention and really the power, okay? How much energy you put into this and how much you believe in this ritual. Remember, this is to protect yourself and to repel all of the negative energies, curses, psychic attacks, demons. What you need to do to begin is take a deep breath and imagine the sun. Feel its power. Imagine this powerful sun shrinking down, and it shrinks and it moves towards your chest and it settles in your heart, and it looks like a brilliant star. I also feel the heat of the sun when I see the sun in my mind. Now, once this star is shining in your heart, in your chest, you think or say the name of the angel Yoak, and imagine this angel standing on your right, facing the same direction that you are facing. And whatever image comes up is fine as long as the angel is standing on your right, facing the same direction that you're facing. Now, the most important thing is that you need to imagine this angel that is on your right, Yoak, with a very bright sword on one hand and another sword on the other hand. Now, ensure that Yoak holds this huge brilliant sword in each hand. One sword is held across Yoak's body for protection, and the other sword is pointed forward, ready to attack. It has to be a very, very huge, brilliant sword. Now, say or think the name of the other angel, Kalak, and imagine this angel standing on your left. Again, it doesn't matter the image that you have in your mind of this angel, okay? The most important thing is that Kalak is holding a huge, brilliant sword in each hand, one sword across Kalak's body for protection, the other sword pointed forward, ready to attack. It has to be really brilliant, it has to be glowing. Now, remembering the star of light in your chest or in your heart, say or think the angelic name Nazariel. And then say or think the word Oziel, and see this star expanding and surrounding you. I imagine this as a very strong energy that I can actually see and perceive. And as the star expands, it's like being inside this sphere of energy, this sphere of protection. And Damon Brand described this as a brilliant white, huge sphere with your heart at the very center. This sphere should be large enough that you can be inside it, okay, that you are safely enclosed within it. It can pass through the floor, your chair if you're seated. It can pass through walls. It can actually be very, very big. It can be large as you wish, okay? Even large as a mountain. Just imagine yourself in this white sphere or this energy ball of protection. Now imagine this sphere of starlight just for a moment. Let it fade away, and also see the angels fading away. Now the banishing is done. At first it may sound complex, but with practice actually it becomes very easy, and you will be memorizing the angelic names very easily. Okay, remember that the activation, the one where you pronounce the 11 names, has to be done only once. Only once. Then you do the banishing ritual, and then you can use, actually you should use the sword banishing ritual before each ritual, and also you can use the sword banishing ritual every morning and every evening to protect yourself from negative energies. If this video has helped you, let me know in the comment section. And if you have any questions, if you want me to help you with the sword banishing ritual or any other esoteric or occult rituals, don't hesitate to send me an email and I will be happy to help you.